Statseeker's Observability Appliance is a platform which can be deployed anywhere in the network to enable remote polling from the deployed location. Observability appliances can be deployed to areas of your network that cannot be monitored by Statseeker in the typical manner, and have them act as a traffic collector, which then forwards NetFlow and summarized LAN traffic data to the Statseeker server via HTTPS. You can also deploy observability appliances to run a ping service, providing the option to monitor ping availability and reachability of critical infrastructure from multiple locations throughout the network. We can see this in action here in the ping RTT comparison dashboard, where I'm currently looking at ping data for a device, my London router, from both the Statseeker server and an observability appliance deployed in a different location within my network. To deploy an observability appliance, we head to the admin tool, Observability Appliances. Configure and save the appliance. You can download the image or do so at a later time from the Actions menu. Note the system requirements for when you provision the appliance and select the image format appropriate for your destination environment. I'm going to drop the observability appliance onto my ESXi server, so I need a VMDK. It may take a few minutes for the server to build the image, but the download will automatically begin when it's ready. The image has been downloaded to my local machine, and I have then uploaded it to a data store on my ESXi host. I'll now configure the virtual machine that will become my observability appliance, adhering to the system specifications we saw earlier, and I also need to set the boot type to EFI. I'll go back to the uploaded image and move it to my VM folder. This process also inflates the disk to the full 16 gig. I'll edit the VM settings. I'll remove the default disk and replace it with the expanded Observability Appliance disk, save, and launch my new VM. Once the appliance is online and establishes communication with my Statseeker server, the status will be updated. This can take a couple of minutes. And I'm ready to deploy services to my observability appliance. The two services are the local traffic manager, which looks after the flow and LAN data forwarding, and the ping service. The LTM service is included in your Statseeker license, but the ping service is licensed separately to the Statseeker core product, so you need to contact your local Statseeker sales representative to acquire the appropriate license to enable this functionality. The ping service requires no further configuration, but you will need to configure devices to send data through to the observability appliance for the LTM service, and this is detailed in the documentation, so check it out if you're interested. Once you have assigned services, again, allow a couple of minutes for the service to be active on the appliance. To have my appliance poll new devices with the ping service, I head to Remote Ping Discovery, select my poller, and configure the discovery ranges. I can run a test to ensure that I'm reaching all the devices I intend to monitor, and initiate the discovery when I'm ready. I can also assign the observability appliance as an additional poller for existing devices. For Statseeker version 5.6.2, we do this from Assign Device Ping Pollers, modify which pollers are pinging a device, and assign the default poller for the device. And for Statseeker version 25.2 and higher, we head to Manage Devices, Device Management. We can see here the existing poller configuration. I'll select some devices and edit. Select Assign Pollers, and we can assign pollers and update the default poller. These devices will be ping polled from both the observability appliance and the Statseeker server. The data presented in default dashboards and reports is typically data from the assigned default poller, but some, like the ping RTT comparison dashboard, present data from multiple pollers. When you're creating custom reports or dashboard content, setting the data type to device will use data from the default polar, but selecting ping as the data type allows you to use ping data from any number of specified polars. Likewise, when looking at alerting, setting the data type to device will deal with ping events as detected by the default polar. And when data type is set to ping, you're able to configure the alert. You consider down events from the perspective of any polar, and you can employ group filters to restrict this as you need to. And that's a quick look at observability appliances.